She doubts me so much. She has not tried my products. Why are you shaking your head like this? Did you try it? How do you know until you tried it? Not fair. Not fair. Coach Greg, and I can't wait to watch this video. We have Unnatural Vegan, and she has a picture, and she's doing a beaker face. And I can't do it. Allie can do it perfectly. Allie gives me this look all the time. So I can't wait to see what she thinks about my meatless cookbook. Does it suck? Are the recipes no good? What is an actual vegan gonna think about me and my vegan cookbook?
I know the difference between a hamburger bun donut and this. Like, I'm not stupid.
I never called you stupid, but did you actually try it? Did you try my anabolic vegan donuts or Vonuts, donuts, whatever the heck you want to call them? Will Tennyson did. I know you know who Will Tennyson is. Ask him. What did he think of the donuts?
Dude, it's so good. You're a wizard, man.
It's so good.
What the heck?
Don't judge it until you try. Can't wait to see if you tried the donut in this video. Because if you did, bet you're going to say you loved it. We'll find out.
Greg Doucette recently posted this video. I went full vegan, harder than you think. I don't know if that means like he went harder than we thought or like it was harder.
And so what it quite literally means is it's harder to be a full vegan than I thought. There's trace ingredients from animal products and some things that I never knew about. So if you are in fact vegan, props to you because it is not easy. Way easier to be vegetarian than pure vegan.
Okay, so this first thing is a V-Not butter and banana sandwich. V-Not, so no peanut?
There's no peanuts in the peanut butter recipes that I've made because I'm trying to make them much lower in fat and calories and higher in protein. That's why I called it peanut butter, because it's not peanut butter because there's not peanuts in it. Is that over people's heads? I don't know. Is it over your head or not, people?
But if you're actually trying to build a lot of muscle and you're actually trying to get 100 plus grams, peanut butter is really like not your friend.
Exactly. Most people who are eating vegan diets are probably not getting in enough protein. Maybe enough to get by, but not to maximize muscle protein synthesis. This is a meatless anabolic cookbook. It's to help people who don't eat meat get enough protein in their diets to maximize the muscles. You know, bodybuilders, people that work out, people who want to look jacked. If you don't care about all that stuff, go buy someone else's friggin' cookbook. You don't need to buy my friggin' cookbook.
If I'm gonna have peanut butter, I want peanut butter. And I don't mean the natural shit that's just so sad. No, I want the yummy, like Peter Pan, or really I get the store brand, but it's all the same stuff. I want the peanuts and the salt and the fully hydrogenated oil.
So you want the real thing, Jif Creamy. I blindfolded my girlfriend, said, I want you to tell me which one's better. There's a new Jif on the market. Creamier than friggin' last time. Pick which one you like better. Thought she was gonna pick mine. She said it was a tie. It's just as good as this. This! And you think it's not amazing. It's just as good as this, has 3 times more protein, way less calories. It almost sounds impossible. That is how good I am at creating recipes. Don't knock it till you try it. It's just as good as the real thing.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry, no. No, it's not. Yeah, that definitely has the look of a like peanut butter with protein powder mix. You know, it's not as like creamy looking. It has that just a drier look to it.
Can't wait till you try it. Can't wait till you say, I'm shocked. Coach Greg, you did it. You did it again. You know how many times I've done it again? Is that a friggin' song? Oops, I did it again. Oops, I freaking did it again. Thanks, Brittany.
But I'm still not convinced that that tastes as good as peanut butter. There's just absolutely no way.
But what if it is, in fact, as good as the real thing? Have you thought about that? What if it is? Because it is to me. It was equal to Allie. I like it more. It's equal to Allie. So depending on the person, it's going to be better, equal, or worse, depending on the person. But even if it's only 80% as good as the real thing, 3 times more protein, 4 times fewer calories, how could you possibly go wrong? And I think it's better. And these donuts, as you've seen in other videos, they're made with hamburger buns, as well as vegan protein powder. What's with the beaker face? And in fairness, when I sent Will Tennyson this recipe, he was like, oh, there's no way these are going to taste good. He was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with Greg. Truth came out. He was shocked. They are, in fact, amazing. Highly suggest you try the Boston cream donut version. It's vegetarian, not vegan. But hey, give it a try if you're vegetarian. If not, stick to the vegan version. Not quite as good, but still pretty damn good. Maple syrup, jam, and some silk nut milk, low-calorie nut milk. It makes for a high-protein donut. Why are you shaking your head like this? Did you try it? Beaker face, shaking the head. Come on, you never even tried it. You're saying, oh, no. Never tried it. How do you know until you tried it? Not fair. Not fair.
No, a donut to me is a fried, airy, delicious thing that you don't try to make healthy. It's just not. What's the point?
The point is, I knew if I could make a low-calorie, high-protein donut that tasted almost as good or as good as a real thing, it would be a game changer in people's diets. That's why so many people follow my channel. I'm changing lives, making it easier than last time, making diets that people can stick to for the rest of their lives. Sustainable, yummy, delicious, filling recipes that everyone will enjoy. That is why I'm popular. That is why I do what I do. I'm telling you, it's just as good as an actual donut you would buy in a store, possibly better.
That's the kind of stuff that makes me insane. Like, everyone does it, and just stop. Like, it's not true.
You need to try it. You gotta try it. Until you've tried it, how can you knock it?
So I might say it's gross, but like, who cares what I think?
She's going so far as to think it might be gross. I mean, I can understand with her saying, maybe it's not as good as the real thing, but to say it's gross? No one has said it was gross. Oh my God. I mean, frankly, ask Will Tennyson! Harder than last time vegan protein. It tastes absolutely amazing.
Okay, he's selling vegan protein too. I mean, again, if it's getting more people to eat plant-based protein powders, that's cool. I seriously doubt it's like better than other protein powders.
She doubts me so much. She has not tried my products. There's no way she's tried my products. Anabolic protein ice cream made with vegan protein powder. It's the same recipes, you just substitute vegan protein powder.
Okay, so like bananas and protein powder, that sort of thing?
You trying to tell me she doesn't know what my protein ice cream is? Is there anything I'm more famous for than that? Well, maybe the popcorn, maybe the French toast and the popcorn, but aside from that, you don't know how to make protein ice cream to this point and you follow my channel? You've watched my videos, you don't know what's in there? I don't even know where to start. I'm not going to explain it because every single person, I'm assuming, already knows how to make my protein ice cream who's watching this video. 7 out of 10 thanks to those donuts. Maybe she's giving my diet a 10 on 10 until the donuts, which she didn't try, and she lowered the ranking to a 7. I mean, frankly, if she gave this diet a 10 on 10 without the donuts, it would literally go up to 11 on 10, which is literally impossible. Which is literally not literally. Literally. Do you get where I'm saying this? Do you get what I'm saying? 7 on 10.
It was a lot of protein powder, a lot of mock meats, right? It's definitely going to be a lot more expensive than if you're eating cheaper vegan staples like beans, whole grains.
And would anyone have learned anything if I just ate the typical vegan diet with a bunch of beans and vegetables and fruits? That would be boring. I'm trying to make things interesting to show people vegan and vegetarian diets do not need to be boring. You know, like vegan donuts, French toast, protein ice cream. So it's day 2 on the vegan diet. And the first thing I notice is you have to check every single label to know if it's vegan or not. I'm thinking, yeah, it's gotta be vegan. And I'm looking through the ingredients and I stumble upon lactic acid.
And of course, you know what I'm going to say, don't sweat the small stuff. It really does not matter if there's a tiny bit of lactic acid.
And so she thinks it doesn't matter that we're talking about the small things. But trust me, I've been called an animal abuser so many times. And trust me, if I had had that Smart Pop popcorn, somebody would have written a comment and said something. Trust me, you had some milk product in there. You are an animal abuser. Do you not know what they do to animals who are giving milk? I've already seen the videos, they've already done it, so trust me, I'm getting all the hate, I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing out some facts. VEGG, bag. This has 20 grams of protein in a 110 cal serving.
Wow, it's just straight nutritional yeast. It's nooch, sodium alginate, black salt, beta carotene. Wow. Okay. I'm good. That's not fair. I haven't tried it. Maybe it's great.
I liked it, and I'm being honest. Kind of like when I talked about that non-yogurt yogurt stuff, that oat yogurt. That stuff tasted like shit, and I've never eaten shit before, but I would assume that's what it tastes like. Just being honest.
But again, you don't have to do that to get really a lot of protein. I regularly eat like 100 grams a day on about 2,000 calories.
How many of you in the bodybuilding world, if I said you're eating 100 grams of protein a day on a diet, would say that's a lot of protein? Nobody, not a single person thinks that's a lot of protein. So you see, in my world, we eat a lot of protein. So it's very difficult to just go vegan and have a lot of protein without some kind of knowledge on what you're doing. And therefore, I made a book to help people know how to get a lot of protein while eating a meatless diet. And studies have shown that higher protein diets are more satiating, makes you more full. They have a higher thermic effect. It's easier to eat in a deficit, easier to lose weight. So you can, in fact, get this meatless cookbook. Makes it easier to lose weight, build muscle in a deficit, and so on. Kind of like muffins. They taste amazing.
They're like weird looking carrot apple muffins. It's not going to taste like a muffin from Perkins. Y'all remember Perkins? Perkins still around? Do y'all remember they would set those giant muffins at the front that were just like this big and you could see like the sugar on top? That's a muffin.
So make my muffin and pile it up with a shit ton of sugar on top if you want. It doesn't have to be rocket science. You can actually make the high protein muffin part and top it the way you want. If you're complaining, oh, it's not going to taste as good because there's 4 inches thick of frosting, well, put 4 inches thick of frosting on top of it. You don't have to use the Meatless Cookbook exactly as is, and you're still allowed to eat foods you're already eating. Just one meal a day from this book, it could change your life. You don't have to only eat from this book, but if you do eat from this book, it's going to bump up your protein, make you more full and more satiated. And is that not what we want? And if it's not, why are you going to get the book?
When you're eating less, like most ladies, 2,000 calories or less, that's when you have to be a little bit more picky about what you're eating, and you can't just rely on protein powder and mock meats.
And I have to disagree with her a little bit here because to me, the lower calorie diet that you're on, the more you need to worry about your protein. When you're eating 3,500 calories a day like me, it's very easy for me to get my daily protein needs. If you're on a 1,500 calorie diet or even less, you really need to be concerned with how are you getting enough protein in your diet. That's where the book can really help. If you're eating tons of food, you don't have to worry. You're probably going to get enough protein. But if you're dieting, trying to lose weight, or you need a high protein diet, this is where it really comes in, especially if you want to have foods that taste good that keep you full. If you're not hungry, not starving, way more likely to stick to that diet now, aren't you?
So yeah, this is my second time on here, I think, watching like a vegan day from a non-vegan eater, this one, and then the one from the Will guy that was also super high in protein. And
so you're quite literally promoting Will Tennyson right here. High protein vegan diet, 50 grams of protein. Will Tennyson flexing the bicep. So you know who Will is. Go and watch his videos where he talks about the recipes in my book. Is that not fair? I think it's fair. We can see she didn't actually test out all these recipes. She hasn't tasted them, so she's merely forming an opinion on if they taste good or not. She doesn't know for sure, and there's no problem with her doing this, and she means no harm. But it would be amazing if she had actually tried these recipes and said, hey, I tried that peanut butter, and it was as good as he said, not as good as he said. I tried that donut. I tried the Boston cream, loved it. I tried that, not as good. I would just love had she had tried these recipes.
Really great. I mean, his food was more, I think he's like actually a really good cook.
And I'm not going to argue with this here. I do believe Will is a better cook than me. I just have different ideas and I make things easier. And I'm not as pretty of a chef as Will. But what I have done is I've created delicious and amazing recipes that everyone can make. Not everyone can make difficult, creative Gordon Ramsay style recipes. But everyone can make Coach Greg recipes.
But yeah, those are like some of the best like vegan what I eat in a day videos, and they're not coming from vegans, so like.
And she's giving us compliments. Coach Greg and Will Tennyson, who are not vegans, putting out the best vegan recipe videos out there. That sounds pretty good.
But yeah, usually when I'm like criticizing what I ate today's that are vegan, it's coming from actual vegans who are just eating fruit.
Exactly. What's the fun in watching vegans eating just fruits and vegetables? Like, wow, we learned so much from you. Look boring as hell. I don't want to eat like that. I think it's a lot more interesting to watch my video, see how am I eating, and be like, I never knew you could eat like that and be vegan. I will try that. How is that a bad thing? So yeah, go in your comment sections and say, oh, Coach Greg just wants to make money. He's a bad person for trying to make a living promoting veganism to the world. Yeah, such a bad guy. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Please watch the bloops. Obviously, the Meatless Cookbook can be purchased from my website along with the vegan protein powders and all the supplements, turkesterone and everything. Trading books, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I am out.